Okay, so now number 3. Once again, it asks us to sketch a graph of the line. So in order to graph it, it has to be in y equals mx plus b. I check here. No, this is not in y equals because there's this x here that's in the way. Okay, do you guys see that? So that means you need to rewrite it. So I'm going to write x plus 4y equals 20 kind of in this space right here. And this means we're solving for y because I want y by itself, so I'm going to solve for y. Okay, and so I'm using my solving for y steps. If you struggle with this, it's in your notes. So how do we solve for y? First, we need to subtract our x. Okay, so this is 1x, so we're going to subtract 1x on this side. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Oh, okay, well, don't break your pencil.
That's right, they ended it.
Okay, here we go. So then you subtract x over here. I don't want to put them together because this is a constant term and this is an x term. They're not the same type of terms. So we're not going to put those together. We're going to cross these ones out. And that gives us over here, I'm going to kind of move my stuff over just a little bit. I'm going to do 4y over here equals 20 minus x. And then I want the y to be by itself. The 4 and the y are multiplication, and I want the y to stay there. So I don't want to subtract it, okay? What I want to do here is divide it, because I only want the 4's to cross out, and I want one y to be left. So I'm going to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1y is the same thing as y. And then over here, I'm going to move this over. I don't think I'm going crooked, and it's making it so that it's not enough room on my paper. Okay. So then over here, 20 divided by 4 can be broken up from what number's in front of that x there? A negative 1. So negative 1x over 4. All right. So then I need to use my calculator to, if I can't do it in my head, 20 divided by 4 is 5. So this part right here turns into 5. And then negative 1 divided by 4 is a decimal. So I have to hit math, enter, enter, and I get negative 1/4. So that stays as negative 1/4. And then don't forget your x. Your x is still there with that term. Okay, finally, to get it into y equals mx plus b format, I need to flip these because the mx needs to be before the b. So remember, this negative goes here. This 5 is positive. So y equals negative 1/4 x plus 5. Now finally, it's in the right format that I can graph. So if it tells you to graph it and it's not in the right format, you have to solve for y first. So now my negative 5 is my y-intercept. Oh, no, not negative 5, positive 5. So I'm going to go to positive 5 and put a dot. And then this is negative 1, which is down 1, forward 4. So down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if I want to do it backwards, I can. That's optional on this one. I would go up 1 and backwards 4. And then I'm going to draw my line. All right. Does anybody need to slow down? No? Okay, number 4. Is it in y equals mx plus b format, Destiny? No, so I have to rewrite it and solve for y. Okay. What do I do first to solve for y, Selena?
Minus 9x over 4 both sides.
Yep, and I didn't make myself enough room.
Mm.
Okay, so let's kind of make this smaller, and then that way I can put my 9x right here. Okay. This crosses off. I just need to have more paper on this, more room on these papers. Okay, so then 4y is here, then equals 20 minus 9x. What do I need to do next, Anthony? Divide by 4 on both sides. Okay. And then what can I do with this part here, Rico? I can do what with it? Break it apart. Good. So I'm going to take 20 over 4, and I'm going to do negative 9x over 4. Okay? And then Seth, what do I do with that? divide them. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. And if I do negative 9 divided by 4, I get a decimal. So then I hit math, enter, enter. And it's still negative 9 over 4. And don't forget your x. Okay. What do I need to do next, Selena?
Rewrite it for negative 9.
Yep.
4x plus 5.
Yep, I have to rewrite it in the right order. So negative 9 over 4x plus 5. What do I do next, Destiny?
I don't know.
We're at the point we're trying to graph it, and we have y equals negative 9 over 4x plus 5.
Graph it, because I already did my thing. It's still the same.
So you're going to graph it, and what do I start for the graphing? 5. Good. On the y-intercept. And then this one's a little bit, how do we do negative 9 over 4, Anthony? How do we do this part?
So we go down 9 and then
Forward 4. Good.
yeah, forward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw your line. Okay. This review looks very similar to the test. If you can do this review without help, you can do the test really easily. Does anybody need me to slow down?
Yeah.
Okay.